I'm just going to begin by pointing out one or two things that are driving us towards this exercise. And first of all, if we look at the floor, it was a safety floor, it had a non-slip surface, it's totally worn out and it's actually quite dangerous. Do much cooking in here, drop any fat or water and it's very slippery. And the only way to change it is to take these cupboards out and go right back to the walls. We also have the problem that we have one sink unit which we use for washing up dirty dishes and for food preparation, and that's clearly wrong. We have a gas cooker and we don't have an emergency cutout for the gas supply. So we plan to take that out and it will be replaced with an electric cooker which will be substantially run from our free electricity from our photovoltaic panels on the roof. So the way we're going to put this back together when we've stripped it out is to build a partition somewhere about here, and in front of me will be the wash-up area and behind me will be food prep and cooking. The partition will only be about so high, it won't go right up to the ceiling. The dishwasher will stay in the corner and there will be to its side a sink unit where the plastic trays that we use will sit over the sink and we can lift the lid, slide straight into the dishwasher, and when they're clean we simply take them out and slide them onto a new unit about here. Then the next change is that we take out these cupboards, we put a doorway through just about here into the community room. This hatch will go and this will be shelved out and this will be far more efficient storage than we've got at the moment. And so clean dishes will come from the dishwasher, be put away here and then ready to go into the community room when they're needed, to a new server which I'll talk about in a moment. And then at this end, this very large hatch, there's a lot of wasted space here. This will be a smaller hatch using that shutter and it will be moved further along to make better use of our space. There'll be a new food prep sink here, stainless steel, and all the units will be stainless steel. And here there will be, this side of the partition will be a full height catering sized fridge, which is far better than the awful under-counter fridge that we work with at the moment. Finally, in the kitchen there will be a movable stainless steel table. It will be on wheels with brakes and that can be moved around and used to help with food preparation. So now we're in the community room and let's look at how things change here. The door I talked about from the kitchen through to here will sit just to this side of the column. This hatch area will be blocked up. There'll be a door here, a fire resistant door, and when it's open it will be held on a magnetic catch and come to about here. There will be a new serving bar built which will come off the column, it'll sweep round to about that position and come through to about here. Let's just look at what we've got at the moment, and these hatches and all this structure takes up an enormous amount of room. This will all come out and we'll be back to the main wall, and off there we'll have a back bar which will come out about 600 millimetres from the wall to about my hand, so more or less the same space as is taken up at the moment. On this back bar there will be a small sink, there'll be a hot water tap or kettle, there'll be a coffee machine, and underneath a fridge for keeping milk cool and squash and the like. And then the thinking is this will be used during the week very much as an instant area where you can make a drink, where you can entertain guests and be hospitable. And it will also be used obviously for smaller groups that use the community room during the week. Then turning to the counter, this will come through at normal counter height to about here and then step down to a lower section where children can come and wheelchair users will feel comfortable coming up to it. We've got cupboards under the spiral staircase that take up a lot of room, and unfortunately we've got quite a bit of damp behind them from the proximity to the flower beds at the back. So our plan is to take those cupboards out, move the photocopier into the corner, and this will open up more space to use in the community room, possibly having the Hatton coat rails over there. And then we have various problems in here. The first thing is the acoustics. I hope you can hear me clearly today, but we have real problems with the acoustics, and our plan is to put a new perforated ceiling in below all the existing lighting troughs, and then have a new lighting scheme which will incorporate track lights down the length of the community room, shining down very much to draw the eye into the church and through and be able to see. But the lighting will be controlled such that we can have mood lighting in the room, or we can have brilliant lighting so that it's easy to read or paint or knit, whatever the room is being used for. We'll also, to help with the acoustics and people hard of hearing, we will put in a hearing loop, which will mean that people have to use a microphone to speak with, but will make it so much easier to hear what's being said. And then we will change the floor coverings. We'll take away the threepenny bit that we have at the moment, and in front of the serving bar we'll have a vinyl floor. I hope you found that presentation helpful. If you've got any queries, please have a word with Mike Proctor or Mike Resch or myself, Stuart Holland, or come in and look at the display of drawings and the specifications and schedules of work that are on display in the church. And I look forward to all of us being able to use this, hopefully just after the summer holidays. Thank you.